Ukraine has officially entered the Middle East conflict to end Iran's drone terror. Partnering with the US, Ukraine is deploying Futuristic Interceptor drones to stop the Shahid scourge. This unexpected move is a game changer for regional security. These Ukrainian drones are now protecting American bases in Jordan and potentially Saudi Arabia. Zelenskyy has confirmed that Ukrainian specialists are on the ground to guarantee security and neutralize threats effectively. The US and Israel have battered Iran, but the regime's drones still spread terror across the Middle East. Ukraine is here to stop it. Using advanced interceptor drones, Ukraine is neutralizing the same Shahid drones that Russia uses against them. This expertise is in high demand as US bases face constant swarm attacks. Zelenskyy's agreement with the US marks a massive shift in how drone warfare is fought, saving millions in defense costs globally. During the opening hours of Operation Epic Fury, 6 US personnel were killed by Shahid-type drones. This tragedy raised alarm bells in Washington, leading to a direct request for Ukraine's help. Ukraine knows these drones inside out after 4 years of war with Russia. They are now providing the Sting Interceptor drone, which boasts an 80 to 90% hit rate. This is the expertise the US needs to protect its troops from cheap but deadly swarms. Why is Ukraine helping the US in the Middle East? The answer is simple: the US asked for it. After burning through 800 Patriot missiles in just 3 days, the cost became unsustainable. Each Shahid costs Iran $20,000, while a Patriot costs $4 million. Ukraine's solution? A $1,000 interceptor drone. This shift transforms a winning Iranian strategy into an attritional nightmare, saving billions for the US military. Ukraine is not just sending drones, it is sending experts. Over 200 Ukrainian specialists are already in Qatar, Saudi Arabia, and the UAE. They are teaching US partners how to get the most out of interceptor drones. These experts have been dealing with Iranian drones for years and understand their flight patterns perfectly. This knowledge is crucial for intercepting swarms before they hit critical military targets or energy infrastructure. The Sting Interceptor drone is Ukraine's secret weapon against Iran's terror. Flying at speeds of nearly 200 miles per hour, it can intercept Shahids in mid-flight. It uses a small explosive payload combined with kinetic energy to take down targets. This low-cost solution is exactly what the Middle East needs right now. Ukraine can produce 800,000 of these drones annually, ensuring that the supply will never run out during the conflict. Iran's drone strategy is being shattered in real time. Ukraine's interceptor drones now account for 30% of all air defense kills. This technology has been proven in battle and is now being shared with US allies in the Gulf. Iran can no longer rely on forcing the US to spend millions on expensive interceptors. With Ukrainian tech, the cost of stopping a drone drops from millions to just a few $1,000s. This is a total turnaround for the US. US Secretary of War Pete Hegseth claims Iran's drone launches have dropped by 95%, but the threat remains. On March 19, Saudi Arabia intercepted 5 Iranian drones heading for Riyadh. This proves that even small swarms can be dangerous and expensive to stop. Ukraine's interceptors offer a sound financial solution for Gulf nations. By creating these defense dependencies, Ukraine is positioning itself as a vital global partner for the future. Ukraine sees a massive opportunity in the Middle East conflict. By supplying interceptor drones, they are scoring points with the Trump administration and proving their worth as an ally. This leverage could lead to more high-tech Western weapons for Ukraine's own fight against Russia. It is a brilliant diplomatic move. Ukraine helps the US while Russia tries to hurt it. This message is aimed directly at Washington to ensure continued support for Kyiv's defense. The economic impact of Ukraine's drones is staggering. Iran spends $20,000 to launch a drone, hoping the US spends $4 million to stop it. Ukraine's Sting drone costs only $1,000. In a 5-drone swarm scenario, the US cost drops from $20 million to just $10,000. This ruins Iran's return on investment and protects US stockpiles of expensive missiles. Ukraine is literally saving the US military from bankruptcy. Ukraine's drone expertise is now a high-demand global commodity. After 4 years of fighting Russian-led Iranian drone swarms, Kyiv has developed the ultimate counter-strategy. Zelenskyy revealed that over 200 Ukrainian experts are now in the Gulf region. They are stationed in Qatar and Saudi Arabia, teaching US forces how to handle the Shahid threat. This partnership is a major blow to Iran's plans to dominate the Middle Eastern skies with cheap drones. The technical specs of the Sting drone are impressive for its low cost. It can reach speeds of 315 kilometers per hour, making it fast enough to chase down any Shahid drone. Using VR goggles, operators can track and hit targets with 80 to 90% accuracy. This is not just a drone, it is an AI-guided interceptor that destroys targets via impact or remote detonation. It is a futuristic solution to a very modern and deadly problem. Iran thought it could drain US resources by launching cheap drones, but Ukraine has flipped the script. While a Patriot missile costs $4 million, the Ukrainian Sting drone costs only $1,000. This massive cost difference means the US can now sustain a long-term conflict without going bankrupt. Ukraine's ability to produce 800,000 drones annually ensures that the US will always have enough interceptors to protect its interests. Saudi Arabia and the UAE are also benefiting from this Ukrainian-US alliance. On March 19th, 5 Iranian drones were intercepted over Riyadh. Instead of using million-dollar defense systems, these nations can now use Ukrainian tech. Zelenskyy is positioning Ukraine as a vital defense partner for the Gulf. By providing proven technology and on-ground experts, Ukraine is building new alliances that Russia never expected, creating a new security layer. The U.S. Secretary of War, Pete Hegseth, noted a 95% drop in Iranian drone launches recently. However, the threat is not gone entirely. Small swarms are still being launched at American bases. Ukraine's interceptors are the perfect solution for these remaining threats. They provide a low-cost, high-efficiency way to maintain air superiority. This cooperation proves that Ukraine's war-proven strength is essential for global security today. Zelenskyy has made it clear, Ukraine is ready to offer defense alliances to all reliable partners. By sharing drone technology and expertise, Ukraine is securing its own future. This leverage helps Ukraine gain points with the U.S. administration while countering Russian influence. It is a strategic move that shows Ukraine helps its allies in their moments of need. This partnership could lead to more advanced Western weapons being sent to Kyiv in exchange. The military show reveals that Ukraine's interceptor drones now account for 30% of all their air defense kills. This is a battle-proven success rate that the U.S. and Middle Eastern nations cannot ignore. As Iran continues to supply Russia with drones, Ukraine is returning the favor by neutralizing those same drones in the Gulf. It is a high-stakes game of technology, where Ukraine is currently holding the winning hand against Iran's regime. Iran's Shahid drones are pre-programmed to hit specific targets, but Ukraine's Sting drones can adjust their position mid-flight. This flexibility is key to their 90% hit rate. Even if Iran launches massive swarms, the low cost of Ukrainian interceptors allows for a total defense. The U.S. command is now looking to integrate these drones across all Middle Eastern bases. It is a shift from expensive traditional missiles to smart, cheap, and fast AI drones. Ukraine's production capacity for interceptor drones has grown 8-fold in the last year. They can now build nearly 1 million drones annually if the funding is provided. This is a massive industrial achievement for a country at war. By exporting these drones, Ukraine generates income to fund its own defense against Russia. It is a win-win situation where Middle Eastern security is improved while Ukraine's defense industry grows stronger every single day. Is Iran's drone strategy dead? With the arrival of Ukrainian interceptors, the answer seems to be yes. The US no longer has to choose between letting a drone hit its target or spending $4 million to stop it. The Sting drone provides a $1,000 solution that is just as effective. This turnaround transforms Iran's winning strategy into a financial and military failure. Ukraine's intervention has changed the face of Middle Eastern warfare forever. Russia has been helping Iran with intelligence and drone technology, but Ukraine is fighting back. By teaming up with the US, Ukraine is delivering a blow to Putin's global goals. The message is clear: Ukraine is a reliable partner that brings real solutions to the table. This cooperation in the Middle East is proving that Ukraine's expertise is vital for Western security. It is a strategic partnership that will have long-term impacts on global geopolitics. The US spent $3.2 billion on interceptor missiles in just the first few days of the conflict. This was unsustainable until Ukraine stepped in. Now, with interceptors costing only a fraction of that, the financial burden has been lifted. This allows the US to stay in the fight as long as necessary. Ukraine's contribution is not just military, it is a financial lifesaver for the American defense budget during this intense regional crisis. A Sting drone carries a 500-gram payload, which is enough to take down an incoming Shahid. It relies on kinetic energy and precise timing to explode at the perfect moment. This ingenious design is what makes it so cheap and effective. Ukraine's experts are now teaching US personnel how to pilot these drones using VR goggles. It is a new era of warfare where skill and low-cost tech beat expensive, old-fashioned missiles every single time in the field. Zelenskyy's announcement on March 5 confirmed that Ukraine is providing the necessary means for Middle East security. This includes drones and the specialists to operate them. Ukraine is making sacrifices to help its partners, even while defending its own borders. This level of commitment is being noticed in Washington and across the Gulf. It solidifies Ukraine's position as a key player in international security, far beyond its own borders and conflict. In summary, Ukraine's entry into the Middle East drone war is a masterstroke. It neutralizes Iran's cheapest weapon, saves the US billions of dollars, and builds new global alliances for Kyiv. The Sting Interceptor is the futuristic hero of this story. As Iran's drone launches continue to fall, the impact of Ukrainian technology becomes even more obvious. This is how Ukraine is helping to end Iran's terror and secure a safer future for the entire world.